Boost your workflow using star ratings and albums together is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone, and welcome. All right, it's good to have the Luminar Insiders watching this live with us behind the scenes. And for the rest of you who are watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining us. Now, I'm going to dive right in, and I want to show you how, with the new Big Fall update, we're able to add star ratings to our images. Now, I'm going to show you how to use these star ratings. Well, let me rephrase it. I'm going to show you an example on how to use them. I personally like using star ratings strictly for temporary. I use it as a temporary solution because here's my thought process. Today, I may look at that image and think, wow, it's a 5-star. Tomorrow morning, I may look at that same exact image and go, it's maybe a 3. And then a month from now, it may be something totally different. So star ratings are very subjective. So what I want to do is I want to show you how I use them in my workflow and see if it works for you. All right. So here we are. This was a photo shoot that we did in New Jersey. So at the TNF camera, Rick Friedman and Rick Farrow. So I did all the sports sessions. And as you can see, we have a mixed group of people. All right. So what I'm going to do is this. Let's go right to the top. Now I'm going to start with the star ratings, or actually I'm going to start with the flags. So what I want to do is I want to select my favorites. And what I mean by this is not, oh my God, these are the ones I absolutely love. If I think, I like it, tag it. If you're questioning it, if you're saying, I don't know, tag it anyways, because we're going to go through it a second time, even a third time, to get rid of the ones you want. All right. So this here, first one, I'm going to hit P. And actually, let me do this again, unselect. Notice all of them are selected. I'm going to deselect everyone. There we go. So here's the image I have right here. P for pick. Remember that. It's to select your flag, but P is a great way, my favorite, to remember. P for pick. So I have one. All right, so these ones right here, what the heck was happening? So I'm going to select all of those. I'm going to press X. And now what I just did was set those as reject. And I'll do the same thing to these two here. Reject them out of the photo. Good, so those are done. Now I'm going to look through these. I'm going to just breeze right through it. I'll pick that one. This one's fine. Nope. Okay, those I don't care about. X. Okay, pick. He closed his eyes. Let's get rid of that one. All right, I'll pick this one. And, I like this one here. Notice his helmet is different. That's cool. Oh, this kid was absolutely hilarious. I'm just going to select these, and I'm just doing it real quick. I'm just looking through, and if I'm deciding, I don't like how his head is here. In fact, I'm going to pick it anyway just to show you. I'm deciding which ones I want to kind of work with. Let's grab this one. It looks good. All right. Let's see. Got it. That looks good. Coming towards the end. I like it. All right. I'm just grabbing some of these I normally wouldn't grab just to show you how we're going to get rid of them. Wasn't a fan of these, but we'll grab it. Good. And almost there. Oh, let's get rid of that one. Those are misfires, by the way. All right, we'll use these for now. Good. How many misfires did I have? Pick. Here's the coach. All right. And almost there. All right. Got it. Almost there. Now, and here's my buddy. We won't do his. He's at the camera club. The camera, and there's Bart. All right. So I selected a whole group of them. What I want to do is this. Right now, I'm showing all photos. Right here. What I want to do right now is I want to show just the flag. So just show all my favorites. In fact, let me show my rejects first. these are the rejects. I'm going to select all the rejects. And you guessed it, right click, move to trash. So now they're in my trash folder. All right, now I'm going to select just my favorites. All right, now that I have all my favorites selected, Control or Command A, I selected all of these, and I want to create a new album. So create the album, and let's call this first choice. Remember, this is temporary. So now that I did this, we went from 192 images down to 33. So now I just have 33. Remember I mentioned it's temporary? What I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control or Command A. Now they're all selected, and I'm going to unflag or unselect all of them. Because if they're in that album, I don't have to worry about it. So if they're in the album, they're already organized where I want them to be. Now I'm going to start to use the star ratings. And I'll show you what we want to do with this. So now that I have the star ratings here, I can either just double click and notice, look, the star ratings are down here. And if you hover over it, it'll give you the shortcut. So if I press the number 5, for example, it'll give it a 5-star. 1 will give it a 1-star, 0 will give it 0. I unselected all of my favorites, so now we're just dealing with these. And since we have the film strip on the bottom, I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Of these 3 images, oh, I like this one. So I'm going to give this a 5-star. You know what? This may be my second choice, so I'm going to put that down to 2. So now we're dealing just with him. 1, 2, 3. Nope, don't want that one. So what we're going to do is this. In fact, I'm going to revamp that. I'm going to put that to a 1. And actually, you see what I just did? Deselect all of them. Let me go back to the first one. See? Now, I didn't do this on purpose, but look what just happened. I accidentally had them all selected. Had I have, let's say we had all of them chosen with my favorites, if I selected all of them, and then I accidentally unselected all of them because they were all selected, and I unchecked that favorites, I just lost that 5 or 6 minutes I spent choosing all of them, or the star ratings. You know, the first one I gave it a 5-star. Well, if I accidentally selected all the images, and then I said, oh, I just want this to be a 1-star, guess what? All of those 30-something images are now a 1-star. So all that work you put in is useless. And again, I didn't do this on purpose, but this is a perfect learning lesson to show you why it's important to use the albums. Because now I already have my selects. Now I'm going to go back through, and what I'm going to decide to do is this. All the 1-stars are, I don't want it. Let's get rid of it out of that album. I don't want them cluttering up my album. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right, so I'm going to go back to this 0, 0-star. All right, I don't mind these. This one I definitely don't want. I'm going to get rid of this. I like it. You know what? I don't like how it's looking on his face. I definitely don't like it on his hair. I don't like him yelling. She looks too, She looks better there. These other ones I'm not too big of a fan on. Oh, I like these. Like it. Not as much. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah. Nope. Get rid of that one. I'll give this one just a test. I like it. Like it. Okay, I like her not smiling. And we got them. Okay, good. So now that I have them set, L, gonna bring me back again. Remember now we're still dealing with the album. So what I'm gonna do is rating. Show me all the 1-stars. Those are all the 1-stars, right? That we that I didn't want to go through. And actually, deselect all. Select all. See? Once again, here's a learning lesson. I had them all selected again. I wasn't paying attention. And now look, they all became 1 stars again. So I'm going to unselect all of these again. They're 0. And I'm just going to make it real quick. But do you see the point I'm getting at here is that it's extremely important that you keep them in that album. So now I'm going to make sure none of them are selected. Select all, deselect. Now they're not selected. All right, here we go again. I'm going to get rid of a couple. This one, 1 star. Let's get rid of it. And just be on the safe side. Yep, that is 1 star. Good. Got rid of him. And let's say get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I'm not going to do all of them. Just a couple. Just give you the idea. There we go. L. All right. So now if I come back in, ranking, show me just the 1 stars. And there what I'm going to do is show all. There we go. And there we go. Now the rankings. I have them all set for all. I just want 1 stars. And for some reason, I think I need to clear the, reset filter. That's why. So I reset my filter. Now the rankings, I just want the 1 stars. There they are. Select all, right click, and I'm going to remove those from the album. Now I got it. Reset my filter again. And here we are. So now that I did that, all right. So I'm sorry for the little change there, but that was a great learning lesson on why it's important not to rely on those stars or the selects, because things like that could happen. Now, let's say we went through and I got rid of all the 1 stars. All I want to do now is just go in and out of these groups, pick my favorite to edit. So I'm going to look right here, and this is definitely going to be one of them. I got them. In fact, I'm going to do the gallery view, and I'm going to show it in largest. There we go. All right, this will bomb through. I'm going to pick this one. Good. All right, and that one. Good, I like that one. And let me get her, him, and we're good for now. All right, so now that I have those set, I'm showing all the photos. But again, what I want to do right here is show me my favorites. Those were the ones. All right, select all. And now that I did this, I have all these set. What I want to do is come over here to my albums, and I want to create a new album. Let's call this To Be Processed. Now I go back. My image is here. And here we go. I'm going to show my flag. There are my favorites. Select all. And even though they're in an album, I could always take them. And now I created a second album. So they're still both in both albums. And now I have my To Be Processed. So let's say at this point, obviously I know which ones I want to edit, but at this point, let's say in fact, select all. Let's uncheck them all. There we go. So at this point, I take a break. I come back to this the next day. Instead of trying to go through which ones I need to process, well, I just come over here to my albums, and from my albums, well, these are my first choice. Out of those, these were the ones I want. Now, maybe I want to use the star right now as a reminder. You know what? Deadline. These are the ones right there that we have to focus on immediately. The client wants them, or they're my relatives and they need these images as soon as possible. I'm going to take a break because I don't have time right now. Now I just used the stars, the 5 stars, to tell me, hey, look, when you get back to this, those are the first ones you want to edit. So I'm going to just come up in here, and under the ranking, I want to show my 5 stars only. There they are. So now I look at this image here and say, okay, this is cool. Let me crop it. Good. And I would do a little content aware fill on that one. All right, but for now, I'm going to leave it right where it's at. Edit. Let's come down into my favorite tool, dramatic. Here we go with the sports print look. And dial back the brightness. Ooh, there we go. Saturation, right about. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to real quick edit, develop. Let's bring down some of those highlights. There we go. And I also want to remind myself, Benelli, make sure you feather the light better next time. So the bottom half of the image is dark. There we go. There we have it. And you know what? Let's see if this is going to work with the face being just seen a little bit. Oh, that's cool. All right, do a little bit of the glove, but that's okay. I don't mind. With the face also, I'm going to do the eyes. Iris flare in there. Enhance the eyes a little bit. Get rid of some of the dark circles. All right. That's it. Let's see before and after. Before, after, okay, I like it. Right-click, adjustments, copy. Now I'm going to select all these images here and apply the adjustments, so synchronize them. And now I have those to be processed, and I'd go back in because, again, these were a lighter image. I'd go back in and tweak it just a little bit more to make sure it's exactly what I want. Now that I have these set, well, what do I do with it? In fact, I'm going to get rid of these two for a moment. So deselect. So I just want to work with this one right here for a moment. So now what do I do with it? Export. And I'm going to put it to a folder. Which folder? Well, I want to put it back to the original folder that it came from. So let's see, that should be under D drive, my travel drive, my photography, and let's see, yep, traveling on the road. I know it was sports. Yep, there it is. And here we are, complete. Select. I like all this. Export. And now I take that and it goes right into the folder where I imported all the images from. So if I come to my complete folder, such a character, there he is. It's right where I need it to be. But look what we just did, how we did that whole star ratings. We took the bulk of the images and just did a real quick pass. None of this, do I want it or not? If you have to guess, just select it. Select, create an album. Now that we have that album selected, uncheck all of them. Now we're starting from scratch. And you saw what happened when I accidentally kept all of them selected and I started hitting that star rating. And I swear I didn't do it on purpose. That was a perfect learning lesson. And now I go through and say, okay, out of all of these, you know what, just which one do I think is best to work with? Select those, create a new album to be processed, and now I have it set. Use the stars temporarily. So now I select my star and say, you know what, when I come back to this next week, these are the ones I want to make sure that I edit. Or maybe the subject sent you an email and gave you all the numbers of the photos that they wanted edited, and you go through and you say, okay, well, 5-star could be is what the client wants. Maybe 1 star is what I want. That's entirely up to you on how you come up with a naming convention, not naming, but a star convention for your images. If you're a landscape photographer, you may do the same thing. You may say, you know what, these images were nighttime, so I'm going to select all the nighttime and give them a 5-star. I'm going to select my favorites from the daytime photos and give them a 2-star or something. That's entirely up to you. The goal is for you to use the star ratings temporarily to make sense of what you want to do. All right? Well, I hope that was helpful. If you're here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. where we could dive a little deeper into this topic, or you could ask any question you want pertaining to photography, anything with Luminar Neo, tech support, you name it, and we'll deal with there. Everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.